Students, yesterday we have discussed about the Municipal Improvement Act of 1864, where we have come to know that the municipality's main source of revenue was bazaar tax and road tax, which later on Public Works Department was established by Lord Dalhousie, and they were responsible for constructing and repairing roads, bridges, and canals. Okay, and this is the only department which repaired the Grand Trunk Road linking Kolkata to with Peshawar, that is in Pakistan. Now law and order was established by Lord Cornwallis, and public works department was established by Lord Dalhousie. Okay, keep it on your mind. He established a regular force, and then Indian Penal Code was framed in 1860 under Lord Macaulay, and Indian Police Act of 1861 also made some changes there, and the new police department was headed by an Inspector General of India, police department was headed by an Inspector General of Police, who was assisted by the Deputy Inspector General. Okay, so different generals are there: Deputy Inspector Generals, District Superintendent of Police, Head Constable, Sergeant Constable. A complete jail code was also prepared. The main objective of the police reform was to set up a uniform and effective police administration in the country. Then comes transport and communication. Here also you could see the name of Lord Dalhousie, who proposed a network of 4 main trunk lines to connect the interior of the country with major ports. By 1869, more than 4,000 miles of rail track had been laid. By 1906, the country had nearly 30,000 miles of railway track. So these are the things. You could see Lord Dalhousie's name you will get in the transport and communication also. And postal and telegraph system, if you see, railways, then Thane to Mumbai, first one, then telegraph system. The first telegraph line from Calcutta to Agra was inaugurated in 1853. Lord Dalhousie also introduced the use of post system. So you could easily understand the big figure here, Lord Dalhousie. So Lord Dalhousie's name is in Public Works Department, his name is in Transport and Communication, his name also related to postal and telegraph system. Then we will discuss about architectural phase of New Delhi. So New Delhi constructed in 1911. Old Delhi and New Delhi is different. So Old Delhi we call Shahjahanabad, and many other 7 other areas were there. So New Delhi constructed in 1911 on Regina Hill, and it was constructed in 1931 as the capital of British India. The main buildings were the Viceroy's Palace, today is Rashtrapati Bhavan, Council Chamber, today is Parliament House. Okay, North Block, South Block, Connaught Place. There are many other buildings. Then these buildings were having some features taken from ancient and medieval architecture like domes, logias, chhajja, chhatri, jali, etc. Secretariat building designed by Baker, and India Gate, Parliament House, and Viceroy's Place designed by Lutyens. Lutyens also designed this India Gate, which was built in the memories of soldiers who laid down their lives in the First World War, designed by Edwin Lutyens. It is 42 meters high and built from red Bharatpur sandstone. Parliament House, if you discuss about it, it was earlier known as Council Chamber, and our parliament functions there. And if you look after the Rashtrapati Bhavan, it is located in the heart of New Delhi, and before independence it was a residence house of the British Viceroy to India, built in the year 1929, and it is spread over 330 acres, and many different bags, gardens were there with 340 rooms, 330 acres of land, and some rare roses are there, including black roses, which is very difficult to find. So the old city, as the new city grew in a planned manner, that is New Delhi, the old city fell into neglect, that is Old Delhi. While the excellent water supply and drainage system of the Mughal era broke down, the population of the city continued to grow rapidly. By the end of the 19th century, open surfaces, drains replaced underground sewer, but they too were insufficient. Even the bowlies or wells in course of time fell into disuse. So the condition became very bad in the old cities. The grand Havelis, which used to be the pride of the old cities, now began to collapse because of lack of negligence. So negligence is there. So lack of sufficient funds or sufficient renovation is needed. The grand Havelis, which used to be pride, now began to collapse. So many Mughal era affluent classes unable to maintain such large establishments, they began to sell off portions of their havelis. The mercantile class purchased some, while others turned into ruins. Often shops or warehouses sprang up on the streets in front of the havelis. To decongest the old city in 1888, Robert Clark put forward a scheme called Lahorigan Improvement, which was a grand fail. Clark Guns, it was called, and failed to achieve its objective. What are the objective? To improve a market square, but that doesn't work. In 1936, the Delhi Improvement Trust was set up, and it introduced different housing plans for people of different economic backgrounds. For instance, the Daryaganj was meant for the affluent class. The area was divided into blocks, and houses were developed around parks. Delhi, after the partition in 1947, India was partitioned and Pakistan was created. Large number of people from both sides migrated from one country to the another. The refugees occupied homes vacated by the Muslims, while some found shelter in refugee camps established by the government of India. The same case in Pakistan also. So Hindus left home and came to India. Those Muslims who went from India to Pakistan, they occupied these Hindu homes. The others had to live in temples, gurudwara, college, schools, military barracks, and even on the streets. The large-scale migration changed the social setting of Delhi. New colonies such as Lajpat Nagar, Tilak Nagar developed, and shops, business schools, and colleges also emerged out. And in recent times, too, Delhi has undergone major changes in its original character. Many old British period buildings have been demolished and substantially enlarged or renovated. To cater to the needs of a growing population, new construction have been made in the form of commercial and residential building. However, heritage lovers and environmentalists are against such large scale modern construction that decrease the architectural and historical value of the city. So in the recent times, many changes were going on, and the original city or character was changed, and due to which heritage lovers are against this large scale modern construction in Delhi. So this is the end of the lesson number 6. You could go for this question answers.